All right, hello. So I'm going to get started with this emotional healing session today. This is the Heal LA Transcending Fear and Loss into Resilience and Hope healing session. So if you're in the greater Los Angeles area like I am, you're probably feeling the intensity right now. There's a lot going on. You might be feeling your own feelings along with what everyone else is feeling. It's been a very traumatic week and it is not over yet. So I decided to do this free Facebook Live today just to help us address and transcend all that we're feeling right now because it is a lot and we're right in the middle of it. And you may have been a part of or witnessed a natural disaster in the past when it happens on such a high magnitude or a large scale of people around you, you might notice that a lot of people are banding together. So even amongst this tragedy, we're seeing a lot of people step up and step into our communities and really just be there for the people that are not resourced right now, that are in the thick of it, that are in the middle of all this devastation. And a lot of us are on the outskirts of it in the red flag warnings and just feeling all the tension, feeling for those that are experiencing the devastation and loss. So there's a lot going on. And I've heard people talking about feeling paralyzed and not knowing what to do, being overwhelmed, being frantic, worried about loved ones and friends, even survivor's guilt, uncertain about what they're going to go back to, what the insurance company is going to cover, where they're going to live. It's just a lot of shock and disbelief, especially if there has been loss and devastation. And I just want you to know that all of these feelings are valid, no matter what area of the spectrum that you're on. All of these feelings are absolutely valid. But during this time, it's important for us to let it move through us so that we can take the next steps for ourselves, for our families, and then extend that into the communities. So even though it is completely valid to feel all of this stuff, and it's not to bypass those feelings, it's best for us and healthiest for us to move through it, process through our emotions from our brains, our bodies, and even together as a community, because it not only helps make you more resilient, but then you can extend that to your immediate family and then eventually the community that you're in and needing to rebuild. That's kind of where we're at right now. We're all in the thick of it. So I have a tool called EFT. You might know it as tapping or emotional freedom techniques, and that's what I want to show you today. My name is Vanessa Carroll. I am a clinical EFT practitioner and a certified health coach, and I specialize in emotional wellness, emotional resiliency. And so I utilize this technique all the time, and it's very simple. And I just want to show you the basics of it and take you through the basics of it so that you can use it not only in today's session to process whatever you're feeling, but also just in real time whenever anything's coming up, when you feel a little overloaded and you just need to decompress and you want to shift your state, your emotional state, shift your energy into a healthier, more rejuvenated state. Okay. So I'm going to show you the basic technique first so you can just follow along. The first point is the side of the hand. So I use a couple of fingers, and you can mirror me or be opposite. It doesn't matter. We're dealing with acupressure points. So the meridians run on either side of your body. It doesn't matter which side you do. The first point is the side of the hand. And at the side of the hand, we're just going to acknowledge what we're feeling right now. So you might be feeling a ton of different emotions, a myriad of emotions, or you might feel one that's rising to the top. The point of the matter is you're just going to address what it is and acknowledge it. So you would say something like, even though I'm feeling this, and then state what it is you're feeling. All this overwhelm, all this fear, I'm scared. Even though I'm feeling this, I deeply and completely accept myself. So you're saying that I accept that I'm in this situation, that I accept that I'm feeling this way. You're acknowledging it, not denying it. We're going to do that statement 3 times. So this is just a practice round, and then I'll get into it with you. After we do that acknowledge statement a few times, we're going to go through the rest of the points. First one is on top of the head. I usually use 2 to 3 fingers because these acupressure points are really tiny. Think about when you get acupuncture done, they just put a needle in that one little spot. So what we're doing is tapping through the points, and we're just going to state an emotion or sensation that we're feeling. Okay, so just kind of a short phrase. Then the next point is the eyebrow point. You want to get really close to the bridge of your nose. All the eye points are going to be on the orbital bone, the bone around your eye. Then we go to the side of the eye, again on the bone, and you can use one hand or both. I like both. And you're just stating what you're feeling. Under the eye. And we'll get more specific on the next round when we actually start. I just want you to feel through it this first round. Then we go under the nose. And what's happening as we're doing this sequence of acupressure points, this specific sequence helps to go into your brain, the specific part of your brain, the emotional limbic system, and it helps to calm down and send signals of safety to the brain. The next point is the chin. So it's below the lip, that crease below the lip. You're going to tap that. And typically we're tapping 7 to 10 times. I'm just slowing it down for the instruction process, okay? Next point is the collarbone. So if you feel your actual collarbone points here and you just go down and out about an inch, you can use a few fingers there. Some people like to put one hand across like a bow tie. One or both hands is fine, okay? And so we're sending signals of safety to the brain. So while our body's in this higher, frantic, anxious state, we're calming down that limbic system. We're telling the brain, it's okay, it's calm. We're actually safe in this moment. Even if you're feeling this way, there's some resource of safety. If you're able to do this right now with me, you're feeling some percentage of safety. And the next point is under the arm. So we want to go about 4 inches below the armpit. It's like the lat muscle, your ribs on the side. Nice open hand. You can do one side or both. You can even chicken wing it if that feels better for you, okay? So that's the basic sequence. We're gonna do that several times together. It might feel a little ridiculous at first, but it really works and it'll be really helpful for you. So I'm just gonna have you start by closing your eyes and tuning into what it is you're feeling. In this first round, we're just gonna be doing a rant. So basically what we're gonna do is tap on the points and you're just gonna talk about all the different things you're feeling. You might be feeling anger, fear, overwhelm, worried about someone, worried about yourself, what's going to happen. So anything, it's like conscious stream of thought. You're just going to tap through the points with me while you're just doing that rant. And if you're in a place where you can't say it out loud, just say it in your mind, but get it all out. This is kind of like a place to word vomit while you're tapping through the points. Okay, so we're going to move to the eyebrow. And you're just saying whatever is on your heart, whatever's on your mind. Just going to get it all out in the open. Side of the eye. Under the eye. Under the nose. Chin. Letting it all out. Just conscious stream of thought. Collarbone. Under the arm. Okay, so that's one full round. Let's go ahead and just relax the hands for a moment. A couple of comfortable breaths. So we're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more just like that. In through the nose, sigh through the mouth. Good, last one. Okay, so after that first round, you might notice a few different things. When we're getting into the brain to send those signals of safety, you might yawn, you might have tears coming down, you might feel a shift in your emotions. You might even feel them exacerbate and level up a little bit. So wherever you're at is normal. It's just consciously looking at what's the next layer, okay? So if you're still feeling a myriad of emotions, nothing's rising to the top, this next round, you're gonna do another rant. But if you're feeling like one fear is pretty dominant or one sensation in your body is really dominant, you're just going to focus on that one thing, okay? So let's start by going to the side of the hand and we're just gonna acknowledge what you're feeling. So if you're feeling a ton of emotions, even though I'm feeling all these emotions, I deeply and completely accept myself and the way I feel. Okay, and you're going to repeat that again. Even though I'm feeling blank, you fill in the blank with what it is you're feeling. I deeply and completely accept myself. And right here and right now, I'm trying to feel safe. One more time. Even though I'm feeling this, and then state what it is, I deeply and completely accept myself. I honor that this is the way I feel right now. This is my current reality. Okay, now we're going to move through the rest of the points, starting with the top of the head. And at this point, you're just going to state that emotion or sensation. And again, if you need to just do another rant of everything that you're feeling, let it go. Just keep saying it out loud. Eyebrow. So I'm going to be silent here, and you're just with each point stating what it is that you're feeling aloud. Moving to the side of the eye. This is a very forgiving process, so don't worry about trying to get it right. Just tune into what it is you're feeling while you're tapping. It's as simple as that. Under the eye. Under the nose. Chin. So just giving it some words, whether you can say it out loud or in your mind, just verbalize it. So you're getting a little honest look of what it is you're feeling. Collarbone. And under the arm. Okay, we're going to go around again, straight to the top of the head. And this round, I just want you to sit with the feeling. So whatever you're feeling, you can sense that in or around your body. So I just want you to step back and witness it. You're noticing tightness, you're noticing a burning sensation, you're noticing an ache. Whatever it is, just notice it. Eyebrow. You might even want to close your eyes to pay better attention to it. I'm going to keep calling out the points. Side of the eye. Now, as you're noticing it, it might get more intense, less intense. It might move around. Some people actually see shapes or colors or images with it. So whatever it is that you're noticing, however you're perceiving it, your unique way, just notice that. Under the eye. I can't say all the possibilities, but just notice how it feels to you, how you're perceiving this emotion or sensation. What it's bringing up for you. Under the nose. Chin. Just sitting with it, letting it be there, even though it's a little uncomfortable. Collarbone. Let your body feel the releases it needs to. It doesn't matter if you're crying, yawning, sighing. Sometimes we get burping coming through. This is all normal. Release. Under the arm. Okay, let's take a little breather here again, relaxing the hands, going in through the nose. Audible sigh through the mouth. One more time, in and out through the mouth. Okay, I have to move my body too, so if you feel like you have to shake it off, do that, whatever you need. Okay, so tuning in again, if it helps to close your eyes to tune in, you can do that and just see what's at the forefront now. That's what you're going to focus on next. Okay, so is it the same emotion? Is it a different emotion, a different layer? Is it a new sensation? Whatever is going on in your emotional body, your physical body, whatever's rising to the top and causing you to focus on that and saying, hey, look at me, pay attention to me, that's going to be your next layer. Okay, so we're going to do this again. simply starting with the side of the hand. So you're tuning in to the emotion or sensation that you're feeling regarding this whole situation that we're dealing with, okay? And whether you can give it words or you just describe it with a sound, this is really how you're perceiving this feeling, okay? So we're just going to acknowledge it, even though I'm feeling state what it is. I honor and accept that I feel this way right now. Again, even though I'm feeling this, state what it is. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling this, I accept the reality of my situation and the way that I feel. Okay, moving to the top of the head. Just a shortcut, just stating what it is. This overwhelm, this fear, this sadness, this loss, this anger, this guilt, whatever that sensation or emotion is for you, this ache. Moving to that next point, the eyebrow. And you're just repeating that same short phrase over and over again through each tapping point. Side of the eye. Under the eye. Under the nose. Chin. Just giving it some words, stating what it is. Even if it's shifted, just saying what you're feeling now. Collarbone. Under the arm. We're going to go around again, top of the head. This time just feeling it. Okay, so just letting your body be in it. If you're feeling like it's too intense or too much, open your eyes, feel your feet on the floor. Eyebrow. Just being with that sensation or emotion, however you're feeling the intensity. Side of the eye. There's no perfect way to feel it. It's just whatever is in you, whatever you're noticing your experience is right now. When you think of this whole frantic situation. Under the eye. Under the nose. Noticing the space it takes up in your body, noticing the intensity of it. Chin. Noticing if it travels. Noticing if an image comes up with it or a memory. This is all information that your body's giving you. It's important. So acknowledge that it's there. Just stepping back like you're observing what's happening. Collarbone. Under the arm. Okay. So let's drop the hands here. We're going to take those 3 comfortable breaths again, in through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. 2 more, just like that. In. Good, last one. Shaking it off if you need to. All right. So this is the basic technique that you can do on your own anytime you need to regulate your emotions. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling in fight, flight, freeze, you don't know what to do, you just feel stuck in these emotions, and you want to strive for a more freeing emotion, a calmer emotion. Maybe you want to be able to do something and you just can't, you're just stuck, bed rotting. whatever it is, if you want to move through one of these stuck emotions, you can use this technique. Even after a few rounds, you can probably notice the feeling of shift or liberation of these emotions. Maybe there's new layers coming up, and so you can just repeat this process for those new layers that are coming up. That is the basic technique, so you can replay this recording up until this point if you want to just do that part again. I do want to take you a little further so that we can just get a little bit more guidance while you have it with me right now. So I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I want you to connect with your higher power. So whatever that means to you, okay? You know what that means to you. Connecting with the higher power. And I want you to invite this divine being, this higher power, to see the situation that you're in or the situation that you're being affected by, and ask for guidance as you move through the situation. So you might know what the guidance is. Maybe you need clarity, maybe you need support, but ask for guidance for your greatest and highest good, for whatever you need for your greatest and highest good. It can be your greatest and highest good, for your community's greatest and highest good, for a specific person's greatest and highest good. If you just want to make it collective right now, it's up to you. Okay, so asking for that guidance is just a simple ask. Connecting with the higher power and asking for that guidance that you need right now. And then I want you to visualize a big bubble of light and put in all of the distress that you're feeling about this current situation. So it can be images that you've seen on the news, things that you've heard from people, your own emotions, future anxious thoughts that are, the uncertainty of the future. Whatever it is that you've experienced that feels harsh, negative, uncomfortable, distressing, put it in that bubble of light. Okay, so instead of individually focusing on each individual distressing thing, I want you to put it in that bubble and visualize the bubble or feel the bubble, however you can connect with that bubble. Okay, so you're not looking at anything individually, you just know that it's in that container. And I want you to ask your higher power to help treat, neutralize, heal everything that's in that bubble for the greatest and highest good, for the best outcome that is to be the right outcome. Okay, so you don't have to say what that outcome is. It's not up to you right now, but just asking for guidance and healing in that outcome, that the best and highest good is going to come out of it. Okay, and then as you're visualizing that bubble with everything in it, it's no longer in your hands, it's in the bubble. The guidance around it is surrounding it. And we're just going to tap on the visual of that bubble. Okay, so let's go to the side of the hand. And you can just repeat after me, even though I can see this bubble of light with all my distress inside of it. I deeply and completely accept myself and what I feel. Even though I'm looking at this bubble of light with all of the distressing feelings and images inside of it, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm looking at this bubble of light with all of my distressing emotions and feelings and images inside of it, I'm open to the guidance, I'm open to the healing, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so we're going to go through the rest of the points, starting with the top of the head, and I just want you to focus on that bubble of light. Again, you don't have to look at everything in it, just see that bubble. Notice all the details that you can see as we tap through the points. Eyebrow. Sometimes it's helpful to say what you're looking at. I'm looking at this bubble. Side of the eye, I'm noticing the color of this bubble. Under the eye, I'm noticing the density of this bubble. Under the nose. Whatever you're noticing, you can say aloud. So you're just looking at it. You don't have to be in the bubble. You don't have to be doing anything about the bubble. Chin. It's just you simply observing the bubble while you tap. Collarbone. So you're looking at it, sensing it, however you're perceiving that bubble. Just tap along. Under the arm. We're going to go through 2 rounds. So let's go back to the top of the head again. Just sensing that bubble, looking at the details of it. Eyebrow. Feeling or seeing or sensing its presence. Side of the eye. Under the eye. Everything else that comes to mind that feels distressing, you can put it in that bubble. Under the nose. Chin. So while you're looking at the bubble, you're sending signals of safety to your brain, body, even to that visual. Collarbone. Under the arm. We're going to do another round, top of the head. This time I want you to send a healing color to that bubble. So this may sound funny to you, but whatever color is coming to mind, just send it from your heart to that bubble. Colors have a frequency as well. Eyebrow. You don't have to do anything with the color, you're just directing it towards that bubble. Filled with all the distress. You can even put other people's distress in that bubble. Side of the eye. Other people that are suffering, put their distress in that bubble as well. And you're just sending that healing color to the bubble. Under the eye. Under the nose. Visualizing it, noticing what you can see. You're not in it, you're just noticing it. And if you feel like you're starting to be in it, just take a step back. See yourself being separated from the bubble. And you're sending light, color directly to it. You are not in it. Collarbone. Under the arm. Okay. Good. So now with this visual, I want to go do a couple of extra weird movements to get your left and right brain to connect. So we're going to tap on a different point. This is called the gamut point, this little groove between your ring finger and your pinky bone. Take a couple of fingers there and you're going to tap the back of your hand while we do a few movements. So starting with your eyes, we're going to do some eye rolls. So imagine there's a clock right up against your face. You're going to start up at 12 o'clock and you're going to take your eyesight and go around that clock like you're tracing every number on that clock. Take your time, not too fast. Okay? Trying to get every number on that clock. Once you get up to 12 o'clock, you're going to reverse the circle. So going in the opposite direction. So it really doesn't matter which way you start. You're just going in both directions. Taking your time. Going all the way around. Once you get back up to 12 o'clock, you can relax your eyes. That can feel a little intense for some people, so that's normal. So just blink or do whatever you need to do to shake that off. And now we're gonna go into humming and then counting. Again, getting the left and right brain to connect. So we're gonna start by humming just a few bars of the ABC alphabet song, okay? So you can do it with me. It can be any song. I just chose that one because everyone knows it. And then we're going to count down together. So starting from 20 to 15. Together, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. And then quickly back into humming. Good. I know that was a little strange. It's part of the process. Okay. Going back to the top of the head again, looking at that bubble. Noticing how it feels and looks to you now. So whatever you're sensing it, however you're noticing it, all that distress that's in that bubble, you're just looking at that bubble now while we continue tapping. Eyebrow. Again, if it gets too intense for you, you just keep your eyes open and feel your feet on the floor. Side of the eye. You can even imagine the fires themselves being in that bubble. Okay, everything that feels distressing is in that bubble, being taken care of. Under the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone, under the arm. Good. Let's relax the hands here, taking those 3 comfortable breaths in through the nose. And long, slow exhale. Good. Really fill up the lungs this time. In. Fill up your belly. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Last one. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Good. So at this point, I'm going to just bring in, again, that assistance, asking for that assistance from your spiritual team, for your higher power, to look at whatever is left of this distressing feeling, of this ongoing trauma that we're all facing right now, that you ask for assistance and guidance for the next steps to take, okay? So what I'd like to do now is just start to connect with whatever's left. So there might still be some leftover emotions, leftover intensity that you're feeling. I don't expect it to all be gone. You might feel a nice shift, and this is fantastic because this is how we start transcending those difficult emotions, those paralyzing, fearful, grieving, angry, just hard emotions to be in all the time, to where we can move into resilience or hope or even calmness. Anything along that spectrum that feels a little bit more liberating, feels like we can do something about our circumstances or help someone else in their circumstances, okay? So the whole point of this is to feel what we need to feel so that we can move through it and then step into a more liberating place that gives us the ability to step into action, okay? Because that's how we're going to move forward and rebuild from all of this. So at this point, I'm going to do what's called sneaking away, and we're going to basically put away the rest of this distressful feeling and put it in a container where you can come back to it at a later time, because we don't need to keep focusing on it. We just want to treat as much as we can treat in a short amount of time, and then come back to it when we're ready to carve out that energy again, okay? So we're going to go back to the side of the hand, and I want you to think of a container that you want to put this remaining distress in. It could be that bubble that we were focusing on. It could be another container, but somewhere away from your body, not too close to you. So it could be a shoebox on the moon, a treasure chest in the ocean, a bird cage in Costa Rica. I'm just giving you some ideas to flow with, but whatever feels right to you, just somewhere not close to you, okay? And I want you to think of that place now. And then also think about what would be a better state of emotion for me to be in for the rest of today. Like, what would I like to experience? It could be emotion of feeling. Maybe you want to feel some calmness, some hope, some peace, some laughter. Maybe you want to be able to help somebody else through their distress. Maybe you just want to feel like you can be there for your family. Okay, so whatever that emotion is for you, just think about what feels like this could be accessible for me in the near future. Like, this is what I'd like to feel. This would be nice. Okay, so once you've got your container where you want to put the rest of this distress and that next rejuvenated emotion, we're going to start the next statement, okay? So even though you can just adopt my words or follow along after me or repeat after me, even though there's still more to process, and there probably will be to come, I am done for the day. I've done enough. I thank my body for processing as much as it could today. I thank my brain for processing as much as it could today. And I'm choosing to put the rest of this aside for now until I have the time and energy to deal with it at a later time. Okay, and I deeply and completely accept my choice. Let's go to the top of the head. Now we're just going to do a visual here. You can close your eyes if it's helpful for you. You're going to visualize putting all of this distress into that container that you chose. Eyebrow. So I like to think of it as this spiritual vacuum cleaner. It's being all sucked out of my body, brain, energy fields. It's all being sucked out and put into my special container. Kind of see it as like a golden light coming out. Like instead of going in me, it's sucking it out of me. Side of the eye. All this distress is going there into that container. So visualizing it for yourself, putting it in that special container under the eye, and you can put a lock on it, whatever you feel like, vacuum seal so it's not leaking out. It's in that container for good, under the nose. And while it's in that container, I want you just to put a little blessing on it, like this is going to continue healing as I keep processing, as I keep navigating through this situation. The next time I look at it, it's going to feel even more different. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel more liberating the next time I look at this situation. And I look at these emotions. Chin. So you're just putting that little blessing on it. And I want you to come back into your physical body. Feeling your feet on the floor. We're going to go through our senses. So I want you to feel the clothes on your skin. Feel the temperature on your skin. Under the arm. I want you to start noticing what objects you see in your physical space. If your eyes are closed, you can see what's behind the membranes or your eyelids. Maybe you see membranes dancing around or colors. Top of the head, we're just going to keep tapping, noticing what you're seeing around you. Eyebrow. Start to notice your sense of smell. Maybe there's an aroma, a scent, a smell that comes to you, or maybe it's an absence of smell. Side of the eye, start to notice what you hear, even beyond my voice. See if you can pick up any other sounds in the background. Under the eye, start to notice what you can taste, leftover taste in your mouth, maybe the absence of taste, just connecting with your sense of taste. Okay, so we're just getting into this more grounded space right now. Under the nose. And now I want you to think about that emotion that you'd like to step into for the rest of the day. Chin. What would you like to bring in? What feeling? Connection, laughter, peace, hope, strength, resilience, excitement, gratitude. Okay, just feeling into what feels right. If it's a couple things, you get to choose whatever they are. Okay. Under the arm, I want you to think about what is a possibility of that happening. So maybe create a scenario in your mind of that happening, of you feeling that way. See you feeling that peaceful, hopeful state. See the person that you're worried about feeling peaceful and hopeful. So we're visualizing that future state and bringing it into the present. Eyebrow. Allowing it to bring a smile to your face if that feels right. It's okay to feel better in a stressful time. It's okay to shift your emotions. We don't have to stay in it. Under the eye. It's okay for you to feel okay even though others are suffering. This is how we become more resourced and we can help others, is by transmuting our own emotions and regulating our own emotions. Under the nose. So just allowing yourself permission, giving yourself permission to be in that more rejuvenated, more joyful, more calm, more hopeful state. Chin. And then after you're connected with that feeling, let's send it out. Send it to the person or people that you're concerned about. Send it to your whole community. Send it to the whole city, the whole county, the whole state, all the helpers, the firefighters. Send it to yourself. Send it to your immediate family. Okay. Send it to the wildlife under the arm. Okay. Let's put our hands onto our heart. We're just going to connect with that gratitude right now, with both hands on your heart, feeling the love and the gratitude for all the people, all the animals, all the helpers, all the firefighters that are here for you, that are here for us, that are stepping up, for even the people that have lost their homes and they're still making a difference, for everyone, for even yourself right now, for regulating your emotions so that you can be resourceful to your family and to your community. Okay, just feeling that love, feeling that gratitude. Letting it fill up from head to toe and expanding from your heart center, letting it burst out 360 degrees around you, like you're in this protective bubble and you're putting that energy, expanding it out over your structure that you're in, beyond that, to the block, into the city, into the community, into the county. Just expanding that energy of gratitude, of love. Thank you. Even though this is hard, there is thanks, there is help, there is support. Thank you. Feeling that gratitude, letting it completely expand. Covering up everyone that's in this affected area. Whatever you want to add, say, I love you. I'm here for you. I send light to you. Feeling that gratitude, let it well up. Feeling the gratitude from above and below, from your higher power to Mother Earth, for what your soul carries, just all of it, just sending it out around you 360 degrees, filling up, and then sending it out. It's a whole cycle, so you're not depleted. You're filling up, and then you're sending it out. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope that you are in a place of possibility now of this working out for your greatest and highest good. I hope you're feeling a little bit more resourced, a little more regulated right now. You can do a little bit of journaling if that helps. So if, I'm just going to work you through a couple of prompts right now that you can write down and do either in real time right now, or write down that you can just do a little later. But I want you just to think about, even though you're feeling this situation, that you're in this situation right now, what are you actually in control of? Okay, because there's a lot that we're worried that we're not in control of. We absolutely have no control of certain things, but there are certain things that you do have control of. So I want you to let your brain go to all of those places, all those opportunities, everything that, let your brain resource you with the ideas of, okay, what am I actually in control of? And then focus on that. So note what those things are down. And I've got to tell you, your emotional regulation is top priority. So the more that you do exercises like this one, or you move your body, or you do breath work, or you do whatever makes you feel this emotional regulation. There are so many tools out there. Do it, because that is something that you are in control of. Okay? So next in your journal, think about how, in what small way you can be grateful from this feeling or this situation. Okay, what small good thing has come out from it? Was there something you learned from it? Did something help you in some way? Was there an aha moment for you? Was there a connection that was made? Okay. Did you grow from this? What are you grateful for? The next journal prompt is, how do you want to show up for your family and community? So many of us feel like, I don't have anything to offer. I don't know what I can do. I'm just going to sit here on my phone and keep the news on cycle. Okay, you have gifts, you have natural abilities, you have resources that you can help, even if it's just a call or a text to help somebody with. When you put your focus on someone else, it helps you to get out of your own anxiety and fear. Okay, so what can you do to show up for your immediate family? Even if it's only your immediate family that you can show up for, that's enough, because that trickles out into the community. So think about what little thing, even if it's a check-in. Next is, how is working through this trauma, this tragedy, these emotions, these hard things that we have to feel right now and go through right now, how is that making you stronger and more resilient? This is a moment of huge adversity for many of us, and once we get to that light at the end of the tunnel, once we're on the other side of this, it's all going to be stemmed from this adversity. We had to go through this hurdle in order to get to this rebuilt, stronger place. So think about, in what ways are you personally getting stronger and more resilient? Because you are part of this community. Every person that's learning from this, that's getting stronger from this adversity, is contributing to the community as a collective. All right, and lastly, what 3 little steps can you do to help your mental state, to help improve the situation? So that's going to be unique to you. Is it music? Is it helping someone else? Is it praying? Is it calling or texting someone? Is it asking for help? Okay, what 3 baby steps can you do to improve your mental state, to help you move through all of this adversity? Okay, because this is, like, for lack of a better term, this traumatic experience. Okay, so after you've journaled through that, you can choose to, any other emotions or distress that's coming through, you can just repeat the first part of this video. I urge you to share it with people. People are struggling right now and they don't know exactly what to do about this emotional state that they're in. So if you know that they are struggling, that they could use this, please share it with someone. I really appreciate this. I hope you are doing well. We're on red flag warning, but we are safe here in Encino. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I just thank you for your time and doing this with me as we emotionally regulate. Again, we help the community regulate. So thank you again, and be safe.